A food plant in Nebraska has been forced to cease operations after it was found to be using child labor that ended up injuring several of those children. This, along with many other labor law violations. A federal judge, John Gerald, issued a temporary restraining order against the Packers Sanitation Service. The company was found to be hiring children as young as 13 years old. These children were cleaning dangerous machinery on the kill floor of the meat packing plant on night shift. It gets much worse. Further investigations found that several children had suffered chemical burns while cleaning meat and bone-cutting saws. This occurred at the JBS plant in Grand Island, Nebraska, Worthington, Minnesota, and Turkey Valley Farms in Marshall, Nebraska. According to the Department of Labor, who had carried out this investigation, it was hindered by the company. They allege that some of the underage workers had been intimidated by the company, some records had been altered and even destroyed. And they say that when they went to talk to one of the teenage employees, they were blocked by other employees from being able to talk to them. According to the UK Independent, child workers were forced to clean machines that skin fat from carcasses, pull fat from kidneys, and a 196-pound saw used for splitting fat cattle, bulls, oxen, and horses, according to the court filing. Now, the Department of Labor says that there may be other child workers at some of the over 400 facilities that the company currently has contracts with. They discovered alleged breaches of federal laws governing underage workers, which prohibits children from working more than 3 hours on school days, working overnight, or operating heavy machinery. No doubt there is going to be some level of outrage from the public over these Dickensian style work, as in Charles Dickens, that kind of era where child labor was used. Not only this, if all the allegations are true, is this tremendously illegal, it's highly unethical. Studies have been shown that having jobs that young are not beneficial to children whatsoever. And in fact, they would be much better off in being in a school and being educated at this time in their life when they are most likely able to retain information. This is very clearly an abuse of children, which is why a lot of this was done under the table. It was not announced, and why the Department of Labor alleges documents had been forged or edited in order to comply with the law. Now, this investigation had been going on since at least August, when they were first tipped off to it. But what we see here is the very bare, unethical nature of capitalism itself. It cares not for children. It cares not for labor. It's all about making profit. Now, these children were making less money than adults were, which is the whole point of hiring them to begin with. Not only are they completely unaware of their rights, they're also very easily intimidated by adults and are thrown into all kinds of dangerous situations. And as we can see, many of them had actually been hurt by chemical burns. These children were not prepared to do this kind of work, and they probably weren't trained properly either, given the rest of what it is that the company has been doing with these children. And once again, we see the true face of capitalism, one that cares nothing for human rights, nothing for human life, let alone the rights of the laborer. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.